Hey man, what it is? This is Damon. I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go to Cash App, $ Dean by any means. Show your boy some love. Hit that like button. Y'all know YouTube taking 69%. There go to PayPal at Dean by any means. Y'all see that heart with the $ at the bottom? Well, that's the super chat. You could press that at any time your heart desires. Please say it with me, y'all. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It is much, much, much appreciated, y'all. I was right again. All Shakur and Keyshawndavis fans, come holler at me. Dante Hall, Dante Hall, Dante Hall. All of y'all come holler at me, and this is why I'm the best in this game, hands down. I forgot what the Puerto Rican boy name is or whatever he is, Mexican, Puerto Rican. All I know is he's Spanish speaking. Was calling Shakur Stevenson out. Andy Cruz has been calling out Keyshawndavis. And I remember me telling Keyshawn and Shakur that they don't have to build their name off Tank. And that's not the way to go about things. Y'all can't, what's good for the goose got to be good for the gander. And Shakur and Keyshawn agrees with me, Dante. Amazing, ain't it? Shakur and Keyshawn agrees with me. And I know you watching because I guarantee you watch these videos when it's Shakur and Keyshawn. So that's why I mentioned your name. You know who else been saying that? Shakur Stevenson said, guys just be using my name and using bigger names for clicks and views to build their name up. Right again. I got to ask my guy Shakur one question. So was I wrong for saying that y'all was doing it and it wasn't cool for y'all to do it to Gervontadavis, a guy you used to be cool with? Because all of this started from you doing the same thing to Gervontadavis. So I just need to know if it's not cool for fighters to do it to you, is it cool for you to do it to Gervonta? That's all the question I got to know. But clearly, you already answered the question. You don't think it's cool. This is what I tell y'all about why guys need me in their corner to come holler at me and their PR team sucks. Now, all the Shakur and Keyshawn fans, y'all had no problem with them calling out Keyshawndavis. But then the same people acting like they got a problem with Andy Cruz and the Puerto Rican boy calling out Shakur and Keyshawn. You can't have it both ways, my guy, because you know what argument you're going to use? Well, they're not on Shakur or Keyshawn level. They're not accomplished enough. They're not blah, blah. Then when I say the same thing about Keyshawn, who got 12 fights, talking about Gervonta, who got 31 fights and been doing this, y'all, oh, no, it's okay. Fighters should want to fight the best. Why Tank get mad? People call them out. Y'all are hypocrites, man. And I told y'all I came to YouTube to destroy every narrative. And before you argue with me, don't. Because Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn don't agree with you. They agree with me. Keyshawn said, yeah, y'all could keep trying to build y'all name off of me. You mean like you was doing Gervontadavis? You remember? Knock, knock. You've been tricking the game too long? Andy Cruz call you your son's son, who's ranked one spot behind you. You're in outrage. Keyshawndavis fans is outraged. I was right again. I keep telling y'all, people want to do things that they don't want to do to them. Do y'all know what the definition of being real is? When everybody running around talking about they so real, do y'all want to know what the definition of being real is? All real is, y'all, is treating people how you want to be treated. That's all it is. If you don't like people mentioning your name in interviews, calling you out, clout chasing, then maybe you shouldn't do the same thing. If you don't like people building their names off of you and trying to get attention by mentioning you, then maybe you should try to not do that to others. It's just a suggestion. It's just a suggestion. It's funny when the rabbit got the gun is not funny. When guys are calling out Keyshawn, and y'all see how Keyshawn acted towards Andy Cruz, but Keyshawn want Gervonta to embrace him and not take it personal. But meanwhile, he doesn't embrace Andy Cruz and takes it personal. It's amazing to me. Shakur Stevenson saying people only do it for clicks and views. Meanwhile, Shakur Stevenson has not had one interview out of his last 10 interviews where they didn't mention Gervonta Davis' name, or he didn't willingly bring Gervonta Davis up. Shakur, what was you doing when you were sitting there with the chains on with your shirt off? What was you doing? What would you call that? I'm just asking a question, y'all. Don't get mad at me that they agree with me now. You mean, because guess what? The argument Keyshawn and Shakur are making is the argument that I use. So for all of y'all in my comments, don't switch up now. You was okay with the clout chasing and bringing up names. Gervonta, get mad. People want to fight him. Shakur and Keyshawn, don't get mad. People want to fight you. That's all I ask. I'm Mr. Consistency. Are you a fan of boxing? Are you a content creator, or are you a knob gobbler? You have to ask yourself that question before you get in my comment section, before you have an opinion on this. It's amazing to me, y'all, that people don't want to be treated the way they want to be able to do what they do and don't want nobody to do it back to them. Devin Haney is a prime example of that. Fighters want to bring up other fighters' name and laugh and joke and have whole interviews about another fighter. But as soon as another fighter do it to them, they're clout chasing and they need clicks and views. Meanwhile, Keyshawn and Shakur haven't had one interview, and I don't know, in they last 10 interviews where they don't get asked about Gervonta Davis. And they never deny a Gervonta Davis question. That's the other problem. Well, Dean, they get asked about it. They can easily say, I don't want to talk about Gervonta. Next question. They can easily say that, but they don't say that. And I told y'all that they would feel this way. See, I'm Mr. Predictor too. I told you that what they was doing is wrong to Gervonta. And I knew they wouldn't want it done to them, and they proved me right again. Right again. Say it with me, y'all. I let people talk that like to talk, because you get to see how full of ish they are. Shakur, don't duck this question. Stop ducking this question. Keyshawn, knock, knock. I'm just saying, that's all I'm saying. Are you mad? Are you triggered right now that I am talking about this? Then you already know which one you are. You are a knob gobbler. If you are triggered, because if you cannot say, if you can't see the examples that I put out and understand that if you go against that, that is a definition of hypocrisy. If you're okay with being a hypocrite, just tell me. Dame, I am a Keyshawn and Shakur fan. I don't care what they do. I'm gonna ride with them regardless. I can respect that, because at least there's Devin fans out here that say that. They don't care what Devin do. They ride with him. They're gonna take the argument. Boxing Hacker, a prime example. But that's why I don't take Boxing Hacker serious, because I already know what he's trying to do. So look, it is Joseph Jackson. I don't take these guys serious because I already know what they're going to do. It's amazing to me. So if you don't like fighters building their name off of you, mentioning you, knowing they're not going to fight you, and they're not trying to fight you, they're not being proactive to fight you, then please don't do that to Gervonta Davis, because I'm asking y'all to do the same thing when it comes to him, because he's the bigger name. Yes, and y'all would be building your name off of him. Absolutely. And if you think I'm lying, y'all, then why do they get asked in every interview about Gervonta? So when Andy Cruz get asked in every interview about Keyshawn, I don't want to hear it. When a Puerto Rican boy keep winning and everybody asks him about Shakur Stevenson, I don't want to hear it. What's good for the goose is good for the tank. What's good for the goose is good for the tank. And this is how you know people don't stand on nothing or really feel the way they feel. They want to be able to call out Gervonta and have the public clamor with them. But as soon as somebody want to fight them and have the public clamor with them for them to fight, he clout chasing off of me. He's looking for attention, clicks and views. Meanwhile, Gervonta don't got that many interviews. Y'all two got about 7-8 interviews in the last 3 months. And every single one in the title is Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis. Shakur Stevenson asks about Gervonta Davis. Keyshawn Davis asks about Gervonta Davis. It's just amazing. So listen here, y'all. This is what comes with boxing. Keyshawn and Shakur. Same way y'all trying to get a fight with Tank, and everybody's okay with y'all doing it. The same way people trying to get fights with y'all. What's good for the goose is good for the tank. Y'all know what this is, though, right? Deem by any means. And I holla at y'all.